am just sick about the Voting Rights Act not getting passed. I'm heartbroken, I'm mad, I'm scared, all of those things. But one of the things I keep thinking about is, how does she get away with it? The she is Susan Collins. The it is, how does she continue to support the destruction of our democracy and upholding racism and still be labeled a moderate by the media and by many Maine voters? It's quite a feat. And now it's on us. The failure of the US Senate to pass the Voting Rights Act is a verifiable sign that we are losing our democracy. We are closer than we have ever been before. And that's not hyperbole, that's just a fact. 19 states have passed 34 laws to restrict the right and make it harder for people to vote. Voting, the cornerstone of democracy. And that's why it is critical now for the federal government to step in, just like it was critical in 1965. And let us be very clear, these laws aren't designed to prevent everyone from voting, just Black and brown people, and some poor people. And actually anyone who doesn't think that the radical right Republican way to address healthcare and climate change and wealth inequality is the right way to go. It's those people that these laws are trying to keep out of the voting booth. Now, our attention has been focused, importantly, on the two Democratic senators who have made it impossible for the Democrats to pass this legislation. But let's not forget that we in Maine have one of those Republicans, a self-declared and anointed by the media moderate that could have made the Voting Rights Act happen. But she is choosing not to. And it's racist and it's anti-democratic. We have to say it. It's racist and it's anti-democratic. Senator Collins says she supports the law, but she doesn't support doing anything about the filibuster, to make it actually happen. That's like saying, I support a woman's right to choose, but I'm going to vote for this anti-choice guy to be in the Supreme Court anyway. Wait, yeah. No, she does it every time. And Senator Moderate this time wants us to forget that just a month ago, she voted to undo the filibuster so that they could pass the debt ceiling. And 2 years ago, they did the same thing so they could put on someone on the Supreme Court who did not get 60 votes. So when she says that the filibuster, and this is a quote from her, would put us on the brink of heading down that dangerous and slippery slope towards the tyranny of the majority. That was her quote. So that's cringeworthy on two counts. One is just the sheer hypocrisy, because she's already done it when Mitch McConnell needs her to dance to his tune. And the other is the tyranny of the majority. Isn't that what democracy is about? Majority rule and all that? The stakes are too high with this voting rights bill to let her crow, Jim Crow, about being with Representative John Lewis in Selma at the Pettus Bridge in 2015, where she was so moved about civil rights and the bipartisan nature of it, and then do nothing to help make it happen this time, to stop Mitch McConnell from voting and from blocking this. It is time for us, I think now, this is why it's on us, to up the ante. We cannot let her get away with this, either her votes or being called the moderate. Maybe it means permanent protests at her office. Maybe it means constant calls. Maybe it means sit-in. Maybe it means plastering social media. And maybe it means demanding the mainstream media ask her the follow-up questions. Ask her about the hypocrisy and the inherent racism in her position, about her enabling the radical right in her party to bring democracy at best to a standstill and at worst to destroy it altogether. We need to call out the media. We need to demand they do a more thorough job. We need to write letters to the editor, design a virtual TikTok. Whatever it is that we can do, we have to do that and some and then some. We must hold Susan Collins accountable. In this week in which we honor Martin Luther King, we must heed his call, and this is his quote, "Every man or person of humane convictions must decide on the protest that suits his convictions, but we must all protest. We must. Our democracy is at stake."